just seen some awesome semi-finals and finals coming into the RF lights class now, where we saw some epic rounds of qualifying on the previous night on Monday. Joining me just for temporarily is K9. How you doing, man?
How's it going?
Looking forward.
I'm gonna have to run from here to my car very soon, hopefully.
Yeah, bit of a
people here. It'll be the long sprint to the start line.
Down to the pits. Luckily, at this Hockenheim track, it's not too far away, is it? The pits. just gonna,
see how long it takes me to get to the car, then I'll tell you.
Yeah, but no, some awesome races. Looking back at qualifying for this, we must mention qualifying for that. That got awfully hectic, didn't it? Elbows out by everyone, I think. So, looking now on to the semi-finals, I think, if everyone can just, not calm it down, because we want some epic racing. It's close racing this class, but you've got to bear in mind.
The battles are always epic, but it's very difficult in this class to make any sort of major overtakes because of the cars being pretty much exactly the same. And they're not. It's not like the supers. You can't just put your foot down and then get going. You have to sort of build up your speed. So it's very easy to lose your speed if you get stuck behind someone.
Yeah, carrying that momentum, isn't it? Is smooth lines throughout the corners and stuff.
And then to be able to carry that momentum as you overtake someone is difficult, because you would have to usually go off your line slightly. Which makes it challenging, but it always makes for some good side-by-side racing. The cars are also a little bit smaller, so they
you can fit
through some smaller gaps.
Yeah, definitely can. I mean, like this track throwing up with the tighter hairpin turns. That's always interesting. If you're stuck on someone on the inside coming into one, you're on the outside for the next one. So I mean, it kind of evens itself out if you can get two cars through that section without contact, isn't it? I don't know whether K9's just busy at the moment.
Sorry,
that's
I'm
all right.
Just responding to someone here. They're asking where the stream is.
3 times at once. I've got it up on my my device. No brands mentioned. All brands are mentioned for streaming purposes. So, but no, I mean, I'm just going to have a quick run through. I mean, for the 4 rounds of qualifying, the biggest thing on this track is the tyres. We've enforced that this year, brought in some stricter penalties to try and make it cleaner on track, so everyone's not picking up damage and stuff. And you can visually see everyone's kind of picked up a penalty or two. Except for yourself, K9, you've gone through the whole of qualifying without knocking any tyre stacks over. So that's impressive. Just drive on its own.
Yeah, it's a little easier in these lights than it was in the supers. The supers for the qualifying, I remember I got a warning. I'm pretty sure I got a couple penalties now though in the semi-final that we did, and then probably definitely one in that final we've just done. But yeah, for the most part I've kept it pretty clean. I don't think I was too fast in the supers, but it's a bit easier in these cars to be quicker without hitting the tires, so it's doable. You guys just need to be a bit cautious and careful. That's it.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? And like, these penalties haven't been enforced due to contact. When you're side-by-side racing, you've had contact of another vehicle that has forced you into them tyres. They're purely down to your own driving line that has picked up that penalty. But I'm looking forward to these. Obviously, Mark Quirty can't join us again for Thursday night racing. His work commitments has kind of dragged him away, which is unfortunate.
He did pretty well, actually.
Yeah, took his first win, I think. I was made up with that. Nice to see him have that win.
Yeah.
But
cool.
no.
But I see we got our drivers in, so I'm just going to jump out now and make sure everyone's sorted, because I can see some wrong liveries there. But
no problems, man. Have a good one. Enjoy.
We'll get going soon. Hope you guys enjoy.
I'll waffle on to myself. So yeah, just running through, like the first round of qualifying, the only one to pick up a penalty then was Mark Quirty. Picked up a 5-second penalty for knocking a tyre stack over. Second round of qualifying, Kento built up 15 seconds of penalty there. And then qualifying 3, you can see the battles intensifying. You got DiNapoli picked up 5 seconds, Mark Quirty again 5 seconds, Kento another 15 seconds. Motormouth, bearing in mind he wasn't able to join the first 2 rounds of qualifying, he picked up a 10-second penalty in qualifying 3. And then leaving on to qualifying 4, I mean, that was an intense battle between the guys. They really did get their elbows out, and they were all stuck in there at one point. I think everybody led that race. But Kento and Mark Quirty both picking up 15 seconds apiece penalties there for that round. So that brought them through qualifying with K9 sitting on top with 187 points. DiNapoli in a close second on 185. Mark Quirty, excellent result there for Mark Quirty on 171. Palm, excellent. This is first ever time in the RX lights, and sitting there in 4th place for 161. Kento obviously picking up a few penalties throughout the thing, close in 5th at 160 points, and Motormouth obviously dropping them first 2 rounds of qualifying, sat on 76 points. Seemed to have 2 good runs once he got into it, but let's see if he can relinquish any issues that he's had. And although it does put him on the back of the grid, so he's got a lot of work to do from there. Palm sitting there on pole, K9 second place, DiNapoli, Kento and a Motormouth following up the rear. But he can make up a lot of places in these first few turns if these guys go in hard. But this is only a semi-final, so they should all just use this as a big practice session, ready for this final that is looming on them. Guys just adjusting the fuel, obviously 6 laps this time. They're going to be looking to make sure that they don't run out of fuel at once. We saw in the Supers, somebody forgot to take the Joker. That'll be myself. So that was a, I think, 30-second penalty. So that's extreme. So you got to remember to take that Joker and make sure you have enough fuel. They're the first things to dial in to get set up. The rest of it is just down to split-second decision on track. So I think these guys are just loading up now. They're just getting ready. Engines are revving. Who's going to get a good launch going into turn 1? I think, was that Palm? Excellent launch there, but no, he got disconnected. Just jump start there, unfortunate for Palm. Good job he's done it in the semi-final. Learn that going into the final. That allows K9 coming down that first straight with Kento not too far behind him. I think Motormouth has been left on the start. He's been having technical issues. Kento just over-rotates the car, scrubs a lot of speed off, and DiNapoli just goes into the side of him. So that's allowed K9 now to breakaway clear. He's got an extreme gap for lap 1. Only he can lose this race from now on. So a couple of guys have disconnected. Motormouth's disconnected. Hopefully he's going to dial that in ready for the final. K9 now, clear track, no pressure. I'm sure he can take this to the end. DiNapoli, I feel like he stayed behind Kento there. Felt like it might have been his fault, so he stayed behind him and kept close. But Kento runs out wide there. He's not getting the feeling from this car that he did quite in the Supers, so he's just struggling on pace. That allows DiNapoli to have a clear track, but I feel like he's got way too much to ask to rail in K9 unless K9 does make an unfortunate mistake. But I'm sure with a clear track he's definitely going to be able to just drive this car, no problems at all. Bear in mind, you can't clip any of them tyres. You've got to really avoid them tyres. That can drop you that, was it 5 seconds? So yeah, hit one tyre stack and that would put DiNapoli down into that first place at the moment. K9 sitting there comfortably, just learning the car, getting it rotated nice. Still trying to carry that speed. De Napoli looking comfortable now. He's got that clearer track. He's just got to try and make as much ground up as he can, but in these cars it's going to be hard. You haven't got that much power. There's not that much difference to try and make an impression on them. 5.5 seconds, I'd say. He's dropped behind. Kento not too far behind him. He's seemed to have found any niggly problems that he's just struggled with to start with. A big transition to jump from the supers into these cars, but K9 has made a mistake. He's dropped into the clutches now, De Napoli, so 3 cars on track, all pretty close to each other. So De Napoli, that's going to give him a huge sense of ambition just to try and make that move now on K9, but they've all jokered, so I don't know whether K9 had made that mistake. It runs out wide, K9 does, so that allows De Napoli straight into the lead. I think Kento might come outside and by side, but no, K9 does stay in that second place, so K9 obviously still in supercar mode and just struggled with a slight mistake in these lights. Tarzan, good to have you back on watching on the stream again. Good evening to you, sir. This semi-final hasn't been what we've been expecting straight away, but De Napoli out in front with K9 hot on his heels now. He'll be angry with himself, yet trying to dial it in to make the move on De Napoli there. Kento still not too far away now. Slight mistake for me, these guys are if they knock a tyre stack over, they will drop behind Kento. So everyone trying to keep it super clean, keep it away from them tyres. 6 laps now, we're on 5 laps, so they're coming on to the last lap. Just around this final section of the track, which is always quite tricky on the dirt. Up this slight bank, I think it goes on to tarmac as it comes over that crest. K9 now on the rear bumper of De Napoli. He's looking to make amends on his mistake on the first, well, probably about second lap or third lap. De Napoli, nice flick of rotating that car in, but K9 does look stronger at the moment. He's going to try around the outside. Is that going to work? Is he going to get the inside for this next section? I feel like he is. He's made that move. De Napoli gives him room. Good racing move by there. De Napoli's not too far behind, but K9 will be happy. He'll be smiling inside that helmet now. He's got that lead back that he threw away. That's going to give him a confidence boost going into that final. Obviously, De Napoli taking the last final win in La Hec, France. You see Kento just goes wide and sends all them tyres over. It's the last lap. Let's make a mess of the track. So K9 takes the win. De Napoli in second. Kento coming over in third. But Motormouth not coming off the line, and Palm unfortunately having that DQ there for that jump start. So K9 now with the fastest time on best lap. He'll be happy that he's redeemed himself after making a mistake. He would have thought like he'd thrown it away there, but he's this is only a semi-final, so they've got to send it into the final this time. Hopefully we'll be having five guys on track if Motormouth has sorted any issues. We know he did set up his steering wheel and stuff in a different way, but he did try to reset it, so he's back in the lobby. Everybody's back in. Palm's going to be furious with himself that he made that jump start, but he was just eager just to get off that line. I feel like we're just going to have a minute or two just to give the guys a breather, just see if there is any issues. So K9 will be just chatting to the guys, just seeing what was going on. Probably just giving Motormouth there a little bit more time to get set up, make sure it is working, whether he's been able to go dive out and just give it a quick test in a practice session. This is where it's going to get frantic. No one's going to give any room. It's the final, no space given. I think tyres are going to get scattered everywhere. Maybe within the first couple of laps, if you get 5 cars hungry on that first couple of laps, you're going to see tyres scattered and maybe a couple of cars scattered off. Hopefully Palm gets a good launch, but not too good. Just must have been a split-second decision in the semi-final, because it looked like he just had an epic launch. Didn't look like he jumped a great deal. Soon see now if anyone's going to make any adjustments to their car. I think pretty much everyone should have it dialed in. So right, yeah, puts Motormouth bang on pole now. So everyone's praying to God that Motormouth's got his setup sorted out, whether his steering wheel's going to work. Because if not, it will be, I think that's K9 sat directly behind him. So if Scott doesn't jump off the line, K9 is going to have to take a massive evasive action. Palm at the back of the grid as well. He'd probably have to take an evasive action. DiNapoli looking strong on this outside grid slot. He's going to have a good run, especially if he gets to the first turner, first corner, and Kento sat there right on the inside. Everyone's revving. Is Scott going to launch? Scott is away, so everyone's away cleanly. DiNapoli, epic launch from the outside, sends it into that turn 1. Kento following him closely. K9 still there in that 3rd place. He's looking. Palm slots into that 4th place, and Motormouth just drops in behind them all. Obviously, Kento runs out wide there, so he drops in behind Motormouth now. So DiNapoli out in front, followed by K9. So little guys, just a little bit of contact there and scrubbing some tyres everywhere, but Motormouth's giving us a race this time round. So the race up at the front, DiNapoli has just broken away clear already. We saw K9 hunt him down in the semi-final and get that place back, so he's going to be looking for that. Palm sitting in that 3rd place now. DiNapoli has jokered. That's come up and he's taken that, got that out of the way. He's looking good and strong out there at the moment to take his 2nd final win. K9 sat in that 2nd place, hunting him down, still in good contention. Palm there being hounded by Kento. Kento's looking to make a move. You saw him have a little bit of contact at the start, which scrubbed his bit of space. This is where some of the tyres have been scattered, but not too many, so no one on the racing line, no one's going to pick up any damage. Kento just dropped a little bit off Palm. K9 here seems to be holding about the same thing. He's dived for his joker this time round. Can he make any impression on DiNapoli? He's going to come straight out behind him still. But he is right on the rear bumper now, so this is a proper dogfight. You've got 3 laps now to try and make that move on DiNapoli. DiNapoli's going to be looking on his rear view mirror. He's got to drive his own line and make sure that K9 doesn't get past him. So this is going to be a pure fight right to the end. But DiNapoli runs out wide, but he's going to have keep the inside for this time. K9 just gives him a little love tap, just says, I'm here, I'm ready to make that move on you. I think, oh, De Napoli runs out wide there on his own and just had to brake heavy, I think. That allows K9 to take that lead. K9's going to be happy, so K9 now, he's going to try and put in these fast laps, but now he's going to be feeling the pressure because I'm sure De Napoli isn't going to let him get away with that one. De Napoli, bearing in mind, is on controller, so he's doing epic to find as much pace in this car as he can. We know that this is one of his favourite types of vehicle to race with, but K9 looking strong at the moment. But De Napoli there, still looking mighty close to the back of him. Kento in third, Palm in fourth, and Motormouth in that fifth place at the moment. But Motormouth obviously having his first run of the night in this car. But just coming up to lap 5 now, you see these two guys are broken away from the rest of the field. Kento there's lost his front bumper, he's picked up a bit of damage, but he seems to be in a comfortable third place. Sliding the car well. Palm, he's having a good run, obviously. He had that jump start in the semi-final. I'm sure he'll be happy to take the 4th place in the final, his first ever final in this class. Scrubbing a little bit of speed off on that exit of that corner. Motormouth here. I think he's that's K9 in the background coming up to lap Scott at the moment. So Scott's got to be wary that the leaders are coming round to take him at the moment, but he does clearly get out of the way there. He shoots to the inside, lets people have the room that K9 needs to get past him. De Napoli coming up behind him now. Seems to have dropped off the back of K9 a little bit. Oh, that was narrowly avoided there, but De Napoli, great job there. Yeah, De Napoli seems to have dropped off a little bit of the... can't live with the pace of K9. He really has got it dialed in for this track. Car looking intact. Got the angry face going, just doing a bit of track clearing there. Just get them tyres out of the way, they're on track, so he does not receive a penalty for them ones. Seems to be really keeping up the pace. Smooth lines, rotating the car nice, takes the win, so congratulations to K9 there. De Napoli, 2nd place, he'll be happy with that. He took the win back in Lahec. Takes 2nd place here, it's going to do him good points overall in the championship. Kento coming round in the 3rd place now. Obviously picked up a bit of damage, but I'm sure he'll be happy with 3rd place overall. Palm, epic job. Done some great racing throughout the qualifying rounds. Obviously just picked up a little bit too much contact. These 6 laps proving tricky for some of the guys. Epic job. Gives us a nice rear entry over the line there. And I don't think Motormouth managed to finish on track, but no, epic job there. I think K9 has joined us on the stream. Epic win, mate. You look strong out there. You had the pace. It's finally come back to you. You finally had a win.
I hope so. I think I knocked a tyre stack or 2, but we'll have to have a look and see what happens. But I think it should be enough, hopefully.
That's what I mean. So, like, visually on track at the moment, you're the winner. De Napoli in 2nd and stuff. Stewards will be reviewing any footage. So, obviously, clarification will come later on. We'll probably put a comment on the stream just in case anybody watches it, just to make sure. But, I mean, didn't really see too many mistakes from you. You kept a very smooth line and you're keeping the speed up.
Yeah, I was trying. I struggled a bit more in that semi-final in these cars. I've actually, when I plugged my wheel in earlier for tonight, it just didn't feel quite right. Like sometimes I've noticed if you unplug it and plug it in, sometimes it comes right. But and then also I was getting stuck in some gears again with that paddle shifter problem I have now and again. So
Yeah.
not a great night for technical difficulties, but I managed to figure it out.
Plus the transition from a super straight into one of these lights is takes some adjusting to. Takes a lap or two, doesn't it?
It does, definitely. And no, it was a good job there from De Napoli. I was a bit jealous when I saw his starting position in that final.
Yeah, it looked strong. He pulled a bit of gap on you in the first lap or two, but you brought it back in, and I think he must have made a bit of a mistake somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, he was quick even in that semi when he overtook me there too, and I had to get the position back when I had a couple spins in that one.
Yeah, you went out wide on the long swooping left hairpin as well, and you dropped position or two, but you looked hungry to get that position back anyway. Let's say.
Always, it's just about getting it. That's the difference. But yeah, cool.
Cool, yeah. So I mean, just a quick mention that wraps up Rallycross week, should I say? Next week, leading on to the KTM's, we've got an epic race, haven't we, coming up for there? Anyone that wants to join?
Yeah, we're heading to Belgium Spa. And we will be doing a special event sort of thing for the endurance on that one, which is on Thursday. It's the only 2-hour race of the series. All the others are 1-hour endurance races. And it's a double points race, that endurance, because it's 2 hours long. So anyone that has missed a race or two in that championship, or if you're looking to start that championship, now's the best time. Go get your double points there.
Yeah, dive in. I mean, epic track, epic car. I've done a few laps myself in that car around that track, and it definitely does. It sits well. It feels really comfortable. And
I mean, you get to listen to the two of us talk for 2 hours. What can you not to like?
I mean, like, even if they didn't want it, they could put us on mute and they could just watch it. But, you know, I'm sure we'll find something to talk about. It's I'm looking forward to it anyway, and it should be good.
I'm hoping we reach out and get a couple more drivers for that one. We do have a lot of drivers. They just don't all seem to want to show up at the same time.
No.
They're very hard to book. Need to get in advance. But, yeah, hopefully everyone gets their wheels sorted and stuff in time, and hopefully we see quite a few guys out for that one. So join us then.
Should
and
be
if
good.
you check us in 2 weeks' time, we'll be back to the Rallycross again, where we head to hell. So
epic track. Yeah, that's going to throw up some epic racing. Everybody loves that track. If you love Rallycross, even if you don't, you will love hell. So it's.
I have been told today as well that one of our viewers and old drivers from the season 1 should be back for hell. He did send me a message today, so we will see a return of Tarzan, hopefully.
That'll be epic. That'll be epic. It's,
and he's coming back in his same Mini that he used in season 1, same livery and all. So
we always love a Mini. We love a Mini out on track, and I'm sure Palm will be enjoying that. Whether them two guys can just help each other out with a little bit of setup, whether one of them's good on setup and stuff, that'll be good.
And it'll be another South African back to the series. We sort of got overtaken there a little bit by all the Brits we've got now. We've got a lot of Brits owning that series at the moment. Berries and I were sort of left there on our own for South Africa, and I'm not really that quick. So Berries has been left on his own for South Africa for a lot of the season. But yeah.
It's going to be epic to have people return in season 1, wasn't it, Tarzan? I never got to race against him. I joined for season 2.
He was my teammate. We actually won the team championship. So
at the end of the day, it's all just a good bit of fun that everyone enjoys, and be epic to have anyone out there on track, anyone that wants to give it a go.
Yeah, just join our Discord and we'll get you set up.
Right then, guys, I think that concludes the racing for tonight, and I shall catch you again soon, K9.
Cool,
probably in the chat after this, mate.
No, we leave immediately. We don't like speaking to each other in real life.
Yeah. Right, I'll catch you guys soon. Ta-ra now.
Cheers.